Well, it's December 1st. It's 50 degrees in the Finger Lakes, and you are looking live in Lyons, New York, home of the Lyons Lions, who will be entertaining the Red Creek Rams, last year's Wayne County League champions. However, Lyons had better bragging rights, you would say, as they went all the way to the New York State Class C semifinals before concluding their tremendous season. Good evening, everybody. Along with Matt Verkey, I'm Dave Barnick on Finger Lakes 1, and we anticipate a pretty good matchup here in the early season as both teams open their Wayne Finger Lakes season, their Wayne County League opening game. They have each played a couple of games. Lions actually only won, losing in a close game against Mid-Lakes in that quadruple header at the Chiropractic College, while Red Creek undefeated despite the loss of some pretty good players, including one highly touted big-time scorer a year ago, Matt.
Yeah, Red Creek obviously has got to make up for the loss of Jake Slobe, who did a little bit of everything for them last year. He's moved on to OCC. He's playing college ball now. But, early on, they've gotten two great performances early on. First game, they got 32 points from Nick Klein. And then the second game, Willie Meyer came back with 26 points. So they got, two go-to guys. I think they're going to need scoring from both those guys tonight if they're going to be a new Lions team. They got a lot of new faces out here. Lions in that first game was led by a freshman and Justice Smith. Not unusual to see these guys from Lions step up and play big in a young role. But Justice Smith, 22 points in his debut at the Chiropractic College. So Coach Young expecting big things from him again tonight.
Yeah, he was very impressive. A loss by 4 points, 61-57 to Mid-Lakes, a team maybe a little better than some expected, who happens to feature a former Lions player who had moved to the Mid-Lakes School District.
We knew coming into this year Lions was losing a lot with Damon Hunter and some of the other seniors, Derek Farah, and then to lose a player like Caldwell going to Mid-Lakes, and then they end up playing him in the first game. That probably sways the outcome of that game in my mind. I think if he stayed with Lions probably win that game. But Lions always seems to make up for these losses. They'll put a nice team out here tonight. They got some nice size. They got Jordan Almalis back in the middle. They need to get a little bit more out of him in that center position. I know Coach Young would like to see him inside, getting some more rebounds and powering the ball in from the low post.
When it comes to high school sports, particularly football, basketball, baseball too, schools like Lyons and Clyde in the Wayne League particularly don't so much as rebuild as they reload. However, in basketball this year, like last year, in addition to Lyons and Clyde, they have some company with a couple of other real-time contenders. Red Creek may be one of them. There are a couple other teams looming out there, Matt.
Yeah, I think North Rose is going to be the class of Wayne County this year. I think they have the capability to go undefeated in the Wayne County League. They returned 4 starters from a team that only lost 3 league games last year, and expect big things from them this year.
And of course, Matt, a tremendous, well, not just a tremendous player, the best player in New York State. 1992, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Can't believe as you do the arithmetic what that means in another year or two. But your team, Miners, off to a real good start. A thrilling victory last night against Early College. That's right, folks. That's the name of that school. And in that opening sequence of games at the Chiropractic College, they defeated the neighboring Clydesvan Golden Eagles.
Yeah, Miners off to a nice start. I wouldn't say they've started to click yet. They're a very talented team. They're big. They got a lot of athletes. They got 2 sophomores coming off the bench that are going to help them a lot this year. And I just see them progressing and getting better and better throughout the year. They got a nice win over Clyde. It wasn't pretty. They had a big lead, let Clyde get back into it, and then pulled away late in that game. And then the other night, they entered the fourth quarter ahead 40-30. And won 42-30. The only bucket they scored was with no time left in the fourth quarter.
42-40, yes. And we'll be talking more about this game and be bringing you this ball game coming up shortly. But we also have a nice sequence featuring that Jim Sinacropi of Finger Lakes 1, of course, put together on the tremendous postseason run by the Lyons Lions from a year ago.
Rebound hit by finds Farrell, lays it up and in as the buzzer's found. Got a double team at the hash mark, and that's another steal. Nice save by Hunter. Gets to Van Westbrook, right-handed layup, up and good. To the same, who takes a three and hits a three. This one's too strong. Mel with a rebound, right-handed, put back, bounces around the rim and good to Devin Franklin behind the back to the rim, up and under, lays it up and good. That could be the future of Lions basketball right there. Devin Franklin, the clock strikes here. The Lions advance to the semifinals. Get the ball, and Hunter fouled off the backboard and good. Lead 3-14. Hunter goes to left, bounce pass to PA, the big teddy bear, another 2 points. Spins the big teddy bear, PA. Tippy Hunter near to us, pulls up for three. Wow. Buns!
That's a quick release by Hunter.
Misses the shot, rebound, Hunter puts it up and makes the basket and the foul. 6 seconds left to go, drives the lane. A little runner, he's fouled, and the basket is good. Can you believe this kid, Corey? He is a man on a mission.
I might have him on my team. Congratulations to the Lions. Lions headed back to Blue Cross Arena.
Both of them have 3 fouls. Both of them are laying back.
Left side gets the fair drive baseline, bounce pass to PA, the big teddy bear with his first basket of the game. Baseline, no good. He gets his own rebound, up strong, lays it in. Right pressure, skip pass, over to McDonald, open three, nothing but net. So Carswell drives baseline, lays it in. Hunter almost threw it away, but he gets back, now he drives baseline. Up and under, double clutch off the glass and good. Hunter drives right by the defender, and he's fouled, lays it up and gets a roll.
Great effort there by Hunter.
Along the baseline, he throws it to Hunter. Now Hunter on the break against one Royal defender, lays it up and good. Carswell and PA, and Hunter gets it over to Carswell. Now gets the fair to a driving Hunter off the glass and good. We got to get back. It's RCMCS is pushing. Bermudez for three, blocked by Carswell. Mossberg for three, buttons. Got to follow him though, but he misses it. Carswell with the rebound, gets it to Hunter. Hunter skips into PA, lays it off the glass and good. Lions lead for the first time today. Bounce pass inside the pair. Reverse layup is good. Lions lead by 4. Misses. And time expires with the ball in the hands of Chris PA. And the Lions are your 2015 Section 5 Class C3 champions.
Great job by the guys. Number 17, one step closer to East High.
80-74.
Coach Young had a smile on his face.
For your enjoyment at halftime tonight of this game, there'll be a 15-minute intermission. Our travel team from the LCC.
Well, we had a very, very great recollection of those tremendous postseason wins by Zach Young's Lyons Lions. We are about to have the national anthem, and we'll listen in as the two young ladies, Michaela Schaefer and Elisa Wodarczyk, performs.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, yet it proved through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the free and the home of the
Great job by those two young ladies here at Lyons. Red Creek has so far replaced Jake Slobey very nicely with the scoring output, as we mentioned, Matt, as we have starting lineups being introduced. It'll be Klein, Jones, Marizio, Zach Ferguson, and rounding out the starting five, Willie Meyer, a 6'3" senior. Rockefeller, interestingly, I don't know if there's some relations there, but we're talking about the Mid-Lakes games. Ben Rockefeller started here. That's a name synonymous with some Mid-Lakes athletes in the past. Justice Smith, of course, off to the great start, the 6-foot freshman.
Adam Van Buskirk, and the big man, Jordan Armel.
And that'll round out Zach Young's starting quintet. This is the game of the week on Finger Lakes 1 as I look at the schedule. Had a quadruple header the Saturday after Thanksgiving. And I think a week from tonight, it'll be Newark and Penn Yan. And Newark, just talking to one of the gentlemen here from the Lions Brain Trust, said Newark's going to be loaded this year, he told me.
You know, they lose a lot in Collins and a couple of other players that they lost this year, but you know, Newark is going to reload. They got a big 6'7" sophomore center, so they're, you know, I look for them to battle towards the top of the Finger Lakes East this year.
Now, as we see the Lions mascot just to our left, Matt, it is not warm in here. It is hot already. I asked the mascot how hot it was in there, and the person told me 103 degrees. I don't think they're far off.
I don't envy them.
And this game is underway, and Lions has the opening tip, wearing their white uniforms with maroon lettering and numerals. Red Creek, scarlet red, black and white trim, and black numerals.
Red Creek playing straight man-to-man.
Smith wearing the bespeckled one. There's a shot to get it up before the shot clock expired. Back iron is it. And here come the Rams. Inside feed, off glass, up and in on a fine feed, Matt.
Yeah, Lions was real patient, almost too patient on that first possession. Had to force a shot at the buzzer, and then Red Creek came back, and Lions missed an assignment, got an easy layup.
Rizio with a bucket. There's an offensive foul going to go against.
It's Nick Kehoe.
Kehoe. No doubt about that one.
Yeah, no, that was an easy call. There's the replay of the Red Creek early basket. Almal just didn't get back in time.
A couple of the finer, younger coaches in the Finger Lakes region doing battle tonight. Zach Young and Jamie Grimshaw in his 6th year at the helm of the Red Creek Rams.
Done a really nice job rebuilding that program. They, you know, a couple years they didn't even have a varsity program, and you know, won their first ever Wayne County League championship last year.
Not too many years ago, I think they may have went winless, or maybe had a one-win season or something like that.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
Inside, could have been called for steps. Little jumper rims out. But Marizio fighting for it, scramble for it. Who's got it? Lions comes away. Here comes Smith. Hasn't had a shot yet. He takes his first. Bullseye! And justice for all. Justice Smith coolly with a hip shot.
Yeah, kind of a not a great looking shot, but he got a nice arc on it and knocked it down.
So if he needed confidence, which you'd think after a 22-point debut, which I don't think he did, but he just got some more there with that three-pointer. Trying to answer. The shot is short and off the hands of Lyons Rockefeller. So a 3-2 start. Red Creek with the 1-point lead and the basketball. Klein had his brother as a teammate a year ago and had 32 points a week ago Tuesday against Section 3's Hannibal, which is up near Oswego, New York. And he bombs it right on cue. Nick Klein with the 3-ball. Just like we scripted it, man.
Yeah, that was great timing by Nick. Nice looking shot. It's got good form, got the ball up in there and put it right in.
Big guy Almel takes it strong to the hole. A little too strong, and here comes Red Creek the other way. And strong to the hole that time was Klein, didn't get it to go, and here comes Lyons.
Nice take by Klein there, showing a little athletic ability, just couldn't finish.
Justice brings it out. And what do we got? A little steps, I think, on the big guy Almel, who's listed at 6'7". He is a space eater inside for Zach Young.
Here's a replay, Nick Klein 3 off the pick.
And the pressure by Lyons creates a Zach Jones turnover, so the Lions have the basketball back at midcourt directly across from us at our beautiful location here. Center court at Lyons Atwood Gymnasium. Thought about it, takes it to the hole, high off the glass. No, Almel can't get it to go. That may get better as the season goes on. Not yet comfortable in there, the big guy.
Nice job getting the board. He kept the ball high. He just didn't finish it.
Nifty move, and now a reach-in foul, and I think they got that big guy. Those big guys just can't hide, Matt.
They can't help themselves and reach it in there either.
And our first substitution will actually bring Dion Tarver into the game. And Rockefeller will have a seat on the bench. 5-3. Red Creek midway through quarter number 1. Just over 4 minutes to play. You're listening and watching Finger Lakes 1. 3-pointer right side doesn't go. Air ball. It's saved by Lyons. Here comes the Lions. Tarver giving it over to Smith. Smith with a 3-pointer about a minute ago. Looking to Van Buskirk. Driving, dish off Almel. He knows what to do with the basketball, but too strong, and here comes the Rams the other way. Low scoring start to this one.
I think Lions can utilize Van Buskirk a little bit more offensively. He seems to have a step on his man every time he goes to the hole.
What a pretty cut by Klein, Matt. And he got the nice feed, and Klein has 5 of the Rams' first 7 points. Got the football score on the scoreboard, 7-3. Almost some steps there by the Lions, Van Buskirk, and a shot no good. And here come the Rams down court, open, and that's an assist from Allen and a bucket for Willie Meyer, and a timeout by Lions. And with that timeout, no, I guess there wasn't a timeout, pardon me. It's a whistle.
Some substitutions here. Yeah, Coach Young can't be happy there. Klein did a nice job of finding Meyer there, and that's twice where Lions really just didn't get back in time.
You know, it's good when you see the guard look like that, and he found the open guy.
Yeah, Nick Klein's a nice little point guard. He can score. He's got a good ability to find people.
And losing control as he drove hard through the lane was Devin Franklin. And already up by 6, Red Creek has it back again. Klein leaves for his teammate, poorly missed off to the right side by Zach Jones. And here come the Lions. Justice Smith will take it. And what a pretty up and under layup, Rajon Rondo style on that one.
Yeah, that's a great take.
Smith has obviously played a lot of hoops before he got on this basketball varsity court. As we have some steps, he's impressive early.
Yeah,
as advertised.
You know, he hit a big 3 early, and here's a replay of the nice little take he had here. Using his right hand to finish from the left side, a little scoop shot, and you know, that's how you do it.
Doesn't seem to force the issue, at least not so far. Stops and fires. That one off the back iron, no. Rebound Lions, and the rebounder threw it out of bounds. I think inside that may have been Gaylord that had the rebound but threw it away. Andy Gaylord. Multiple substitutions by both teams. 1:35 remaining in quarter number 1. We're expecting a special halftime guest I'll tell you about in a moment. There's a whistle and a foul. And I think we may have our first free throws of the contest. Zach Ferguson will go to the line, shooting 2. Bob Ullman, philanthropist, successful businessman, expected to join us at halftime.
Good. He's done a lot for this Lions community. Has always stepped up when needed and providing uniforms or whatever may need to be. Just a great contributor to this community.
And some discussion. I wonder if they're discussing if he was in the act of shooting or not. Or maybe who the foul was on.
Yeah, I think they're talking about who committed the foul.
Zach was taking it strong to the hole. And, for all the losses sustained through graduation last year by Red Creek, they look rather poised.
I think we might have had a problem with the book.
So that'll be a technical against the Lions team.
Yeah, not exactly sure what the problem was, but Klein's going to the free throw line to shoot 2 technicals here, it looks like.
2?
Or 2 shots, 1 technical.
And the officials getting it straight amongst themselves.
I guess Ferguson's going to take his 2 free throws first for the foul and the act of shooting.
Given the woes of NFL officials, in spite of all the technological advances, perhaps we should all go easy on the high school officials this year.
Yeah, they don't have the capability for replays, and the NFL still seems to get those wrong.
Ferguson 1 out of 2 at the line. And now the technical. And I wonder if this means the Red Creek also gets possession.
I would imagine so.
And fortunate for Lions is they've missed 2 out of 3 so far. Klein's second shot, nothing but nylon. Or excuse me, Nick Klein with 6 first quarter points, 11-5, 120 remaining. Chance for Red Creek to go up by 8 or 9, 9 with a 3 ball, up by 6. Armando Dones into the contest for Red Creek. And looks like an offensive foul, maybe an illegal pick.
Yep, they got Ferguson. He wasn't set and kind of leaned his shoulder in and tried to pick off the Lions player and the right in front of the referee.
So with a minute to go in quarter number 1, Justice Smith has 5 points. That's good, but the problem is nobody else has any.
Yeah,
Lions.
I think they're going to need somebody else to score.
Inside move, little jump hook. Badly missed, but the rebound put up and in. Nice effort by
Andy Gaylord.
Andy Gaylord with a hoop. Off the offensive putback. Low post, turning, nothing there. Out to Armando, doesn't get the roll. Here comes Smith, a lot of time left, 25 seconds. Taking it strong, go out, count the basket, and 1.
Devon Franklin, nice take, chance for a 3-point play here.
Devon strong to the hole on the right side. And we see it again right here. Pass from Smith. Armando had the lane. Really a little Olay defense by the big guys inside for Red Creek.
That was, even that simple pass by Justice Smith just to push the ball up to the open man up the floor. A lot of point guards will continue to dribble that, and he did a nice job of just finding the open man up the sideline.
And Franklin converts the traditional 3-point play. And here comes Klein. No look pass. Should have looked. It was stolen, then stolen back. Armando Drones, now right side Klein, shot no good. Got 5 seconds left in the quarter. Here comes Smith. Driving, stopping, off glass, no, and knocked out of bounds as period number 1 ends. 11-10. Red Creek will be back after this.
Guidance and partnership through every step of the journey. Welcome to Generations Bank.
Good luck to all of our student athletes this high school sports season.
Big enough to have degree programs that will take me where I want to go. And small enough that I don't have to travel alone.
Big enough that I can take classes from anywhere. And small enough to get the support I need to succeed.
Big enough that there's always something going on. And small enough that I'm never just a face in the crowd. Finger Lakes Community College.
Second quarter with Red Creek opening possession. Had it up to 6. It's a 1-point game now, 11-10.
Yeah, Lions closed on a 5-0 run there to end the half. Got a little bit of scoring other than Justice Smith, and down by 1. I think Coach Young will take that.
Open three-pointer, won't go. Rebound up and put back on a fine move by Lions. I'm looking for a number I didn't see.
That was Devin Franklin. Or Devon, I'm not sure how you pronounce that.
And he has 5 points in the game. So
yeah,
since he's entered the contest, good things have happened. He pumps one there from long range.
Yeah, I think he was feeling a little bit there. Kind of forced that one. That doesn't look like a shot they want him taking that early in the offense.
Lions with, I believe, their first lead of the evening at 12-11, 1 minute. Nearly a minute into quarter number 2. Driving and dishing it off and saved, and Drones can't get the reverse to go. Here comes Lyons. Smith. He's going to take them all on. He might get called. Oh, I think he may have called a break there. Some of those, we had an earlier charge that was an easy call. That one was one of those more difficult block charge calls.
You know, you could kind of see that coming. I wasn't sure if Klein was able to get his feet set, but you know, I think they counted the basket as well, so chance for a three-point play here for Justice. That was, it was a good take. He absorbed the contact and laid it up nice and soft off the backboard.
Nice touch around the basket by Justice. And a fine form at the foul line. So quickly, this freshman has started with 8 points.
Coach Young going to give him a little rest here. Let's see how Lions plays without him in the game.
And we see full court pressure.
Coach Young, I should say.
Applied by Zach Young's Lions. Drones gets it over the timeline. Looks for some help. Finds help. Right side Klein. Open three-pointer. Bang! The junior point guard off to an equally good start as Smith is. And we see pressure applied by Red Creek.
Yeah, Red Creek applying pressure with Justice Smith out of the game.
Boy, oh, Mel. It's the black hole when the ball gets in there. There's Klein the other way with a little put-back hesitation shot. Nifty move.
He's a real nice player. He's much improved from last year. Good passer, takes the ball well to the hole, and great shooter.
In double figures with 11. Mel drives.
I want to make a note. Mel made a pass on that one that time down the floor.
He found the cutter, actually, and
he's not afraid to put it up from inside or outside.
Kehoe got fouled and will inbound underneath the Lions basket.
There's the Justice Smith. Oh, that looked like a charge to me.
And he's quickly back in the game as an air ball pumped up no good by Rockefeller, who's also back in the game, obviously. And the steal by Smith. Defense is back. He spins. And he'll bring it back outside. Cool customer.
Yeah, didn't force it there. Did a nice job, pulled it out. Set up some offense.
Justice Smith passes out right side. Bullseye.
Franklin again.
Franklin. The Franklin Mint. On fire since coming off the bench for Zach Young. 18-16, and just like that, the lead is gone as
Armando.
a three-pointer by Armando is good. The game heating up, the pace quickening. What do we got? An offensive foul. Tough call, Matt. Tough call.
I thought that was maybe a makeup for the charge he possibly missed on Justice Smith a little bit ago. I didn't think his feet were set on that.
Yeah, and he was deep under the hoop as well, although they don't have that little circle like they do in the association.
No.
The Cuse, a lot of Syracuse fans, as you would expect, not only in the entire Finger Lakes as Lions with a steal, but especially here in Lyons, home of one Jim Boeheim, off to a great start. We've had turnovers while I've been yapping about Syracuse. Klein tries to answer for Red Creek and can't, but he gets it back, and they'll reset the offense. And great hustle knocking the ball out of bounds by Dion Tarver. Good ball game so far, man.
Yeah, it's very, very well played. Two very good point guards, and Justice Smith and Nick Klein. I like their demeanor on the floor. They just, they play the game the right way and very under control.
Inside feed, back out. Klein will fire it.
Oof.
In and out. Wasn't quite set up on that time with his feet.
He got rid of that quick, though.
He did. Quick release, like Dan Marino. Smith looking as he handles it. Right side, the corner three. No good by Rockefeller, and here comes Red Creek. Armando. Pretty good ball handler himself.
Yeah, did a nice job there.
Red Creek sets the offense. Klein, right side. Armando, bang! Buries his second trifecta. It's 22-18, Red Creek.
Red Creek with a nice answer after Lions took a shortly lived lead.
Just past the midway point of quarter number 2. 3:45 remaining, and Tarver with a bomb. His first points. We got more threes than we have twos so far tonight, or close to it.
Oh.
That one almost went. One and done, and here comes Justice Smith and the Lions. Trailing by a point, but with the ball. That shot from outside, no. And Red Creek the other way. Fast-paced action on Finger Lakes 1, your headquarters for Section 5 high school basketball. And it'll stay in the Lions court. I'm looking at, as we see a replay here.
That was Armando Drones with his second three-pointer. Dones with his second three-pointer.
Brett Gascoigne into the contest. Klein, they have done a pretty good job on limiting the touches of Willie Myers so far, who's had a great opening couple of games. Klein steps to his left, open three, bullseye! Nick Klein, a great opening half here in Lyons. And the lead back to 4, 2.5 remaining.
Yeah, Klein with 12 first half points.
Get a timeout on the court. Lions will have it when we come back. Right now, if federal loans are not enough to cover the cost of your college education, the private student loan available through Generations Bank can be the answer to your funding needs. Learn more online at mygenbank.com or call 315-568-5855. And get your degree at Finger Lakes Community College. At FLCC, you'll get unique learning opportunities that can prepare you for a great career and give you real-world experience as you earn your degree. FLCC is now taking applications for the spring semester. Visit www.flcc.edu to learn more. And at Dobbins Drugs, they believe their customers are like one big family. Whether you need assistance getting over a winter's common cold or a get well card, Dobbins is here to help you. Located in downtown Lyons for over 50 years and 3 generations, and all that time our philosophy has never changed. Their customers come first. And during that break, we see Lions with the turnover. Red Creek a 4-point lead in the basketball. Matt?
Yeah, Lions came out with the ball there to start the quarter or out of the timeout, and Red Creek forced them in a turnover, and now they are in possession. Lions drop back into a 2-3 zone. Or maybe even it might be a box and one on Nick Klein to try to slow him down a little bit.
Smith. He wants it back. Instead, that wasn't a 3-pointer, might have been a 4-pointer. That was from deep behind the arc.
Yeah, Van Buskirk puts a lot of arc on that. That was close to hitting the ceiling and came up a little bit short.
And by the way, Devin Franklin, or Jordan Harris, pardon me, looks like and is quite a football player, and you can understand why when you look at the young man. Shot clock, plenty of time on it. They want the ball moved around. They force up a quick 3 from the corner. Mel's rebound, no. His second effort, no. Keeping it alive, however, and getting the putback.
Tyler Bastian.
Was Bastian. And I know Almel was probably a little disappointed he didn't score, but he kept it alive for his teammates.
Yeah, he did a nice job there, and Bastian was able to come in and clean it up.
And eventually you keep at it, those will start to fall for the big guy. 2-point contest. Air ball on a jump hook. Meyer wanted the foul, didn't get it. Here comes Smith the other way. Stutter step going to be called for.
I think they got him on a carry maybe?
Yeah, but I couldn't tell from the mechanics by the official if that was the call. I had the same thought you did, Matt.
Yeah, I didn't really have a good angle. I couldn't see. Willie Meyer's been really quiet tonight for Red Creek. Armel might be, Armel's height giving him a little bit of trouble inside.
Meyer with just 2 points after recording, I think, about 40 points in his first 2 games, maybe closer to 50.
I think he needs to be a little bit more aggressive. He's catching that ball at the foul line, just looking to get rid of it. He needs to look to drive that ball to the basket.
Klein gets pounded, no calls, hard to believe. The rebound comes back, the loose ball, and Klein has it back, no good. Tapped up and saved by Lions, and then thrown off a Red Creek player's foot. Good hustle by Van Buskirk.
I think Lions got away with one there because Klein was hammered. And,
he was.
But he doesn't complain to the officials. He just keeps on playing.
And within a few seconds, he threw up another one.
Yeah, he's not afraid to put it up. But he definitely was fouled on that first 3-point attempt.
Now some pressure, the trap. Oh, my. You may have overheard one of the fans react.
Yeah, he had a little bit more time than he shot that one about 7 seconds to go. Probably could have got a better one.
This half is almost history. Inside Almo, turns, fires, doesn't hit. He may have gotten fouled on that one. And this first half is history, Matt. Quickly, 25-23 Red Creek.
Yeah, pretty well played first half. Up and down, a lot of 3-pointers made, but pretty clean game so far.
Well, we'd like to tell you that Finger Lakes Partners, insurance for your life, home, auto, and future. Trust someone who lives in your community with offices in Geneva, Waterloo, and Victor. Visit Finger Lakes Partners online at fingerlakesinsurance.com. And Penny's Place Family Restaurant, located on 5 and 20 in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo, well known for their large portions and home-cooked meals. A large selection of breakfast items and everything from burgers, salad bar, and wraps for lunch. If you want a great meal while pitching a penny, come to Penny's Place. Another great sponsor that we're very grateful for having here on Finger Lakes 1. And we will take this commercial timeout and then have a special guest coming your way, a well-known person in these parts.
Tonight's live broadcast of Section 5 High School Basketball is brought to you by Generations Bank. Federal loans not enough to cover your college education? Learn about the private student loans available through Generations Bank at mygenbank.com. By Finger Lakes Community College. Thinking about life after high school? Get your degree at Finger Lakes Community College. Dr. Rod Littlejohn Orthodontics. Celebrating over 30 years of smiles with style and proud to support our area high school athletes. UR Medicine and Thompson Health, medicine of the highest order. Dobbins Pharmacy, serving their customers in downtown Lyons for over 50 years and 3 generations. By Finger Lakes Partners Insurance, with offices in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo. Trust someone who lives in your community. Ferrara Lumber and Building Supplies. Plan your next kitchen or bathroom remodeling project at ferraralumber.com. By the Newark Pilots and Geneva Red Wings of the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League. Penny's Place Family Restaurant. Large portions and home-cooked meals in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. By JIMMER'S Auto and Stevers Garage. Late model cars, trucks, and minivans on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. By Finger Lakes Construction, building structures for a wide range of applications with state-of-the-art design and flawless execution since 1969. Bread's Place, great lunches served daily in downtown Seneca Falls, and $1 tacos every Monday night. And FingerLakes1.com digital marketing. Building, maintaining, and hosting great websites for local businesses since 1999.
Big enough to have degree programs that will take me where I want to go. And small enough that I don't have to travel alone.
Big enough that I can take classes from anywhere. And small enough to get the support I need to succeed.
Big enough that there's always something going on, and small enough that I'm never just a face in the crowd. Finger Lakes Community College.
Wisdom passed on from generation to generation. Welcome to Generations Bank.
Yeah.
So pleased to be here, first of all, for a great high school basketball game. Lions at home trailing Red Creek, and a good one, 25-23 at the half. And we have Lions native, businessman, philanthropist, Bob Oman. A pleasure to see you again, Bob.
Same here.
And we were talking before we actually came live about your roots, your allegiance to Lions, your affiliation with Jim Boeheim. And what a great start by the Orange this year.
Oh, yeah, they do look good. My affiliation with Boeheim was that I was a young kid watching him play when he played here, and that was one of the big highlights of your day, just to go watch him play.
And you, as myself, probably have also read Bleeding Orange.
Yeah.
And he was just a skinny, bespectacled kid, looked more like an accountant, but he loved sports and particularly basketball.
Yeah, that's true. It was, he was so dynamic when he played here. And, there weren't a lot of 6'5" guards in the Wayne Finger Lakes League at that time.
And I read in his book, and I also saw on his with Michael Kay, the interview, that his toughest loss ever.
Yeah.
More so than the Indiana-Syracuse game.
Yep, East Rochester.
In the sectional finals.
I was a young kid. I think I was in 7th grade when I watched that game. And, you look back on it, and I can understand why it bothered him so much. I think he was up by 20 points or something going into the 4th quarter. And it collapsed, or halftime, it collapsed on him. And but I can always remember they were down, and he made a frantic shot to tie the score to go into was it triple overtime?
I don't recall, but
yeah, that was something that you'll never forget, because I remember reading in the Geneva Times after that on the front page that the town was pretty devastated.
But let's talk about you a little bit. Now, I know you spent a lot of time in the Carolinas. Is that still the case?
Yeah, I got a house in Lyons, and we're up here a little bit more because of the baseball and the theater. I've been paying a little bit more attention to that.
And I remember how impressed I was when I first saw the tremendous job you did in Newark with the baseball field.
Thank you. Yeah.
And what a nice little park. And I'm thinking, if I lived closer, I would go often. But if I was a teenager, a dating teenager, what a nice place for a cheap date, too. Good entertainment, nice, clean place, good concessions.
Well, we're working on the Geneva ballpark right now.
That badly needed. I'm so glad to hear that.
And we've painted it. We've redone the field. The fellow who did the Newark field redid that field. So it's going to be pretty nice when it's done.
That was, I remember we were there for fireworks at Newark. And McDonough Park, of course, like Newark, some great history of players.
Yeah.
Most notably, they always start with Pete Rose, but Newark had Robin Yount. And I think that's what drives you to contribute the way you have to these organizations and functions?
I think, in the beginning, times have changed a lot since the home building slowed down to what it did in the, middle 2000s or late 2000s. But, when you have the opportunity to help a little bit, it's fun.
And there's that
and then the
attitude of gratitude, so to speak.
Yeah, Lyons is a special place, and I've enjoyed it here. Newark was growing up. I can remember the Newark Lions basketball games and things like that, and that was always a driving force. That was a big rival game for Lions at that time.
Well, I've heard for several years the remarkable job you did with the Omen Theater, and I think it bears repeating the history of your family at the Omen Theater, if you may share that with our viewers.
My grandfather built it in 1915. It was my grandfather and his brother. People don't know that his brother Amos built it with him, and it graduated into a stage theater in 1917 when the one across the road burned down. And it's had a lot of history. It had a lot of vaudeville plays. They'd come in at the railroad, and then they'd set up and put up their play. Or, they also had boxing. And the other thing is, people don't know this, but the Rockettes trained on that stage.
Really?
Yep, and that was the Broadway Rockettes and Radio City Music Hall. They spent summers in Lyons because, there was a lady here that did a lot of the choreography for them, and this is where she was from.
And we're speaking, of course, to Bob Omen, Lyons native, and philanthropist. I say that kindly. But I do have a couple of questions that you probably don't get thrown at you too often. One, now this is the 100th anniversary of the Omen Theater.
Right, yeah.
And we also know, and you know Harold Weber.
Yep.
Harold was born in Lyons.
Right.
Was he actually at the opening night at the Omen Theater in 1915?
Yes, he was.
You don't remember what was playing then?
No, I wasn't there. Vanity Fair was playing, but just Harold was there.
But knowing you were going to be on today, Jim, kind enough to let me know that ahead of time, I got thinking a question you probably asked about these ventures quite often, but I wonder if you're often asked, I wanted you to name maybe 2 or 3 of your favorite all-time movies, just for the heck of it.
Mary Poppins.
Really?
Sound of Music. And hopefully Star Wars. It starts the 18th.
That's right. And we're big. Are you a fan?
You know, I watched them a little bit. You know, I don't know if you knew this, but we were calculating how many people went to the movies at the theater, and it was over 20 million have gone through the doors.
Turnstiles, yeah.
There's been about 25,000 different movies there.
25,000?
Yeah, they used to change. They used to have 10 movies a week at one time, back in the early 1900s.
Yeah, well, it's tremendous what you've done, and any other areas that we haven't touched on that you would like to speak to in the remaining moments we have?
Well, you know, I think the big thing that I really have a passion for is the community center at Lyons. You know, if anybody can help that keep moving along, it needs maintenance and things like that.
And you are a vital contributor to getting that built.
Yeah, and I feel real bad sometimes that more can't be done to help it.
So many communities have such strong desires for such a place,
right.
And they wish if we only had such a place. Well, here in Lyons, they do.
Yes.
And people need to understand, appreciate, and help that continue.
Yes, that's true.
Because it can't go on indefinitely without the help, of its community members.
Well, it needs maintenance. It needs, upkeep and things like that. And, and sometimes it's nice to have it there, but you just got to keep working at it.
Well, it's been great talking with you.
Yeah, same here.
I could say that to anybody and everyone, but I greatly appreciate if you want to move to Ovid, we would definitely, but quite seriously, happy holidays and simply thank you.
Thank you.
Bob Oman.
Thank you.
We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the start of the second half of tonight's contest.
So many sights to see on the internet, but for everything local, there's one place you can get it. At fingerlakes1.com. Come on over to fingerlakes1.com. Make us your homepage. News, weather, sports, and fun. Log on to Finger Lakes One.
Local news from over 40 sources, custom local weather, over 10 hours of live broadcasts and podcasts every week on your computer, tablet, television, or smartphone. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
www.fingerlakes1.com. Come on and join the fun. Log on to Finger Lakes One.
www.fingerlakes1.com.
Are at the halftime break, and a couple minutes away from the start of the second half, and we'll get to Matt's assessment as we see that championship team from last year making it all the way to the semifinals, and the members of that team listed, of course, with the coaching staff headed up by Zach Young. Great season, storybook season, Cinderella story, as they say. And there is some great memories associated with winning those championships.
Sure.
Wherever you may have done in whatever sport. I've had some opportunities, and of course, they don't go away, those memories.
No, and they had some great games. We pretty much followed all of them. The Cal Mum game really sticks out. That was a really back-and-forth affair. And then when they beat Buffalo Middle College up, and I think that was at Gates Chile High School, just a game that really Lions had, no right to win if you looked on paper and looked at the size of that team. And, Lions pulled that out and played a great game, had a great strategy, and, moved on to Glens Falls where they just couldn't get over the hump down there. But a great season and a great run for them.
Well, before the second half starts, Matt, two things. One, Bob Oman, what a pleasure, what a humble man, and what a generous man. I want to echo those sentiments once again. But secondly, Matt, what has to happen for either of these teams to pull out the victory tonight?
I think looking at Red Creek, I think they need to get Willie Meyer a little bit more involved. I had only had him down for 2 points. He only attempted a couple shots. I think he needs to be a little bit more aggressive. When all Mel's on him, use his quickness, get around him, and when somebody else is guarding him, use his height and athletic ability. I was watching him before the game. He dunks easily. He's a great athlete. He just needs to be a little bit more aggressive, and Lions just keep doing more of the same thing. They got nice contributions off the bench from Devon Franklin and a couple other guys, and they played a nice half and just continue what they did.
I would think for both teams, one word I may have spoken to either or each team at halftime might have been patience. A little more patience as we see the shot, the bomb go up, no good by Jones, but Red Creek retains. Because they're packing it in pretty good on Myers, as you see right there on the turnover. But maybe that one extra pass might afford a few more opportunities for him. Just a thought as Justice Smith, smooth as silk.
That was a breakdown defensively there from Red Creek. That's a little bit too easy for, Lions leading scorer.
10 for Justice, double figures, along with his counterpart, Nick Klein, who has 14 first half points. Nice pass, Smith, and Tarver unable to convert. Tied at 25.
I haven't seen a lot of high school basketball games this year, but I've been really impressed with Justice Smith for Lions, the freshman. Just really under control and, doesn't force, doesn't, yip at the refs, doesn't talk to the other players on the team, just plays the game the right way. And Nick Klein as well, he's under control. He can shoot the three. He gets to the basket well. And when his teammates open, he gives them the ball. So, those two guys really stick out for me so far in this early on in this high school season.
It was interesting during one of those commercial spots too, Matt. We saw lots of snow flying. None tonight, I'm happy to say.
It's been unseasonably warm November and into December here.
And it's hot in Lyons here tonight at the gymnasium.
I think they turn up the heat in this gym a little bit.
There's the bomb to beat the shot clock, no good. And both teams showing great hustle.
Yeah, Amel's got to corral that ball. He had two hands on it. He's got to snatch that ball and be a little bit stronger down there.
So one thing we want to determine, or at least I'm interested in, we have the fabulous Hunt brothers. Had they been as successful as Hines, they wouldn't have to be doing this job. But Jeremy and Jason, of course, Jim Senecropi, yourself, I would like to determine if there are actual lenses in Justice Smith's as he creates a turnover here in those glasses.
They're stylish.
Or, like Clark Kent on Superman, there were no lenses in those glasses.
I like them.
Justice has the ball, handling it. Close to a palm. Dishes off in the corner inside Allmel. Looking out, turning. This is Tarver, back to Allmel. Open 15-footer. Can't get it to go. Second chance, thrown up errantly. No good by Rockefeller, and here comes Red Creek. Zach Ferguson had it. Scramble for it, lost out of bounds. Both teams playing 8-9 kids.
Yeah, in this half kind of started like the first half did, off to a slow start. Here's some upcoming games we got coming up. Starting next Tuesday, Penn Yan at Newark, which Penn Yan with a big win over Waterloo last night, and that should be a heck of a game.
Followed by Minders versus Geneva the following night, Wednesday, and then we'll give you those other games coming up shortly as Smith driving, stopping, uses up his dribble, looks for help, finds Tarver, right side. Good man-to-man defense by Red Creek. Meyer, and going to be called for a foul. Got caught off the little fake by Jordan Harris. And Jordan will go line. We haven't had a lot of foul shots tonight.
No, it's been fairly clean. Not a lot of fouls. Not a lot of jump shots. So you're not going to get to the foul line too often.
Well, we spoke a little to Bob Ullman about baseball, and the perfect game collegiate baseball action hits the Finger Lakes this summer with the Newark Pilots and Geneva Twins in action nightly, showcasing some of the best collegiate baseball players in the country. Go to NewarkPilots.com or GenevaTwins.com for season ticket packages and additional information. And both free throws missed.
Jordan Harris, the first one
Harris
missed by about 6 feet. The second one was a little bit closer, but
might be the hack-a-shack strategy if necessary later in the game. As I don't know if you caught the sports news, but the center for the Clippers, the big guy, and his name escapes me at the moment.
DeAndre Jordan.
Yes, thank you. He tied Will Chamberlain for the record missing 22 free throws in one game.
It's hard to do.
I think he was 10 for 32, if I recall correctly.
couple of turnovers here, getting a little sloppy. Lions was in a box and one the last time down on Klein, trying to limit his touches. Now they're doing more of a half-court press.
Nice job breaking the press on that occasion, boy. Klein wanting it. Hungry like a wolf, not a ram. Meyer has it, but he's 20 feet away from the hoop. Shot from the corner, no good by Armando, who had 2 trays in the first half. And here comes Lions. Smith drive, takes it, no. And what a scoring drought by both teams. Klein wants to take it the other way, and he got, I thought, hit pretty hard for the second time tonight, and will not go the line, however.
You know, he doesn't complain, hops right up, he's ready to play.
That's where, if you're a player, you get up and you go right to the foul line thinking you're going to get a shot just to try to get a little crowd favoritism. Lions the other way, and there's a, oh my! They're counting the basket, calling the block, and I thought we had the NBA traveling music going on there.
Yeah, that's a tough call there. Could have maybe been a travel, possible charge, but he ends up with the chance for a three-point play here.
And the lead by Lions.
Here's a little replay.
Take a look. Driving, stop, a couple steps. Well, it's close play.
Maybe a no call even. Didn't look like there's a whole lot of contact.
Misses the free throw, but he may have went over the line too quickly anyway. So Franklin with the bucket. I have him for 10 points in the contest, joining teammate Smith in double figures. 27-25, midway through quarter number 3. Klein, stop and pop. Doesn't get it.
I think he'd like to have that one back, just left a little bit short.
Nice little move to the foul line. And
Lions running the traditional flex offense here.
And going again strong to the hole.
Devon Franklin.
Once again.
Called it on the floor, I think.
Yep. And it'll be Smith inbounding underneath his own basket. 27-25, 3.5 remaining third quarter. Smith open, high arcing bullseye.
Nice little play there by Lions. Play we used to run in high school. The inbounder throws it in, and they swing it up top, and the guy picks in for the inbounder and gets him a wide open 3.
Nice feed to Meyer. He doesn't get the hoop, but he draws the foul. And he scored 2 points in the first half and had not added to that total in some time. And Meyer had 29 points in that victory earlier in the week.
Even then, he got to the line, but that's a shot that he's got to finish. 6'3", 6'4", point blank layup. He's got to absorb that contact and get a chance for a 3-point play.
And you get a ball, making a couple of foul shots sometimes will get a scorer untracked a little bit. He makes 1 out of 2. But Red Creek gets it back, then they lose it. Here's Lions on the drive, laying up and in. Franklin, who's been a big spark off the bench for Zach Young's team. And here's a steal by Lions. Tarver, bounce pass. Smith, a little too hard off the iron, wanted to foul, didn't get it. Here comes Klein, down 6. Largest lead for either team tonight, I believe.
I think it is, and Meyer being a senior, he can't make that pass he just made against the pressure. He needs to make a better pass.
Klein draws the foul before the shot as he takes it to the hole. And Jimmers Auto offers a full inventory of late model cars, trucks, and minivan. Check out their full inventory online at jimmersauto.com. And for service, visit Stever's Garage on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Jimmers Auto and Stever's Garage, strong supporters of local high school athletes for over 40 years. Loose ball after the scramble for it. Lions already up 6. Driving shot, no good, and Red Creek will come back the other way. Klein directs Meyer for a screen. Now gets it back out front. They could use a hoop.
Lions playing a little bit of zone here, really shadowing Klein's side.
I think they called a foul on Meyer on the pick.
Yeah, I didn't really see that. I thought Klein was getting some body as he was dribbling. Coach Jamie Grimshaw is not happy with the refereeing at this point, or his players for that matter.
With 1:56 remaining in the third quarter, Lions up by 6. We got a timeout on the court, and we'd like to tell you that serving great lunches daily in downtown Seneca Falls with awesome daily specials, soup, and the best sandwiches in town, that's Red's Place. Visit menshalloffame.com for the full menu. And Ferrara Lumber has been a fixture in Seneca Falls, New York since 1959. Start planning your next kitchen or bath remodeling project at ferraralumber.com. And see a lot of different Ferraras on the golf course, Matt, including in this balmy fall weather we've had. Right here, however, Lions has kind of taken over the tempo, the flow of the game here in the third quarter.
Yeah, that half started a little bit slow. Neither team really scoring much. Only 2 points through the first couple minutes. But, Devon Franklin came in and once again sparked Lions with 4 quick points. When he gets the ball, he's going to the hole. He does a great job of finishing. He's got a strong upper body on him, and he does a great job of. It looks like he's going to be the player who is very aggressive. There's one thing on his mind. He gets it. He's going to drive it to the hole, look to draw some contact, and look to get to the free throw line.
By the way, it was on our screen earlier. Those upcoming next 3 games. The one we didn't mention will be huge. December 15th, Newark and Pelmac. That should be an awesome contest here in the first half of the basketball season in Section 5. Dishing off, open man, corner jumper, bang!
Bastion.
Tyler Bastion had a 2-point bucket in the first half. Now he gets the trifecta for Lions, and a missed shot the other way. Maybe it was counted as 2 as the lead.
I think they got him for 2.
He must have had a foot on the line. Number 10. Nice drive to the hole. Doesn't get the roll, and a blocking foul called on Red Creek. Getting away from the Rams a little bit right now.
Yeah, Lions kind of taking control here. They're just kind of isolating Justice Smith up top, and then when he drives, if he draws anybody, he's kicking it to Van Buskirk, and they're letting him go one-on-one, using his quickness and athletic ability to get to the hole. And last time he got in the lane, he kicked it out to Bastion, who had a big 2-pointer with the foot on the line, but nonetheless a big basket for.
So a chance for Lions to go up by double figures will not occur on this trip, as Van Buskirk misses the first of 2 at the line. He is not in the scoring column as yet, and still isn't. And rebound Meyer. They need to design an inside play for him and get him off that schneid a little bit.
Yeah, I think at this point with Meyer not really being effective, that Klein's just going to have to start looking for his offense a little bit more, and try to even maybe force a couple shots here just to get going again. He's really been locked down this half, and they need to do a better job of getting him in a position to score the ball.
When we have a chance, Matt, I'm going to talk about the Lions Brain Trust sitting here to my right in attendance at many of these Lions sporting events.
Yeah, if there's a home game, you can count that they're going to be here.
Klein's nice move, but it won't go. Rebound, Meyer has it rejected. And then Klein with a reach-in foul. Might have saved the bucket, actually.
Yeah, not a bad foul there. And Klein did a nice job last time. A nice move, got a pretty good look at a 3, just didn't fall for him. And then Meyer with the rebound and Almel with a big rejection. And those are ones that Meyer's got to finish.
The next foul will put Red Creek, or Lions, in the bonus, as Red Creek has 6 team fouls here so far this half. Smith dishing. Open shot. Won't go. Red Creek will try to answer. They are down 8. Low scoring game. 8 seems more like 15. Meyer has it. He'll fire a 3. Gets it. Takes it. Makes it.
Huge shot for them. Cut it 8 down to 5. 10 seconds to go here for Lions.
Well, everybody else was firing up threes. The big guy decided to. And not able to answer is Van Buskirk. Rebound fought for, and the quarter ends. Lead at 5. A good quarter for Lions, but Red Creek very much within reach. We'll be back with the fourth quarter of this contest after these words.
Big enough to have degree programs that will take me where I want to go. And small enough that I don't have to travel alone.
Big enough that I can take classes from anywhere. And small enough to get the support I need to succeed.
Big enough that there's always something going on. And small enough that I'm never just a face in the crowd. Finger Lakes Community College.
Good luck to all of our student athletes this high school sports season.
We hold on to the things that really matter. Welcome to Generations Bank.
Wow. 1 quarter of basketball to play, Matt, and Red Creek went cold. Lions warmed up after a slow start themselves.
Yeah, I think Red Creek only scored 4 points at half. I think it was 25-23 Red Creek at the half. So Lions outscored them 12-4.
Big early season matchup. The other expected contenders include Clyde and, of course, North Rose Wolcott this year. And the
Banks open.
Banks open after hours.
And that was another 2.
That was Bastion, wasn't it?
Yes.
With the bucket. Give them 6 for the contest. Lions up 8. No, they gave them 3. They changed it to 3.
Okay.
And now a turnover. Lions, Smith shifts hands, lays it up, no, but draws the foul, and will shoot a pair. Well, we've got 4 gentlemen. I have a nice opportunity to talk to a couple of them just to my right. They're here at most of the functions. The Lions Brain Trust, Tom Casavino, Jr., John Lease, former police chief, Jim DeCola, and Mike DeCola. I want to say hi to all those guys. And, this is the giving time of the year. And a lot of people donate winter coat collections. And obviously, Chief of Police Lease must have been the recipient of one of those jackets, because I saw him wearing a Red Sox coat, and obviously no one would pay much for such an item. But Smith, however, with 2 free throws at the line. What a nice effort by the freshman.
Johnny Meyer with a couple key turnovers here late, too. He needs to just be a little bit more aggressive and take the ball to the hole here, I think. Red Creek's going to have to get some scoring from somewhere, and he's going to have to step up.
A 10-point lead, our largest of the evening. I've got 15 in the contest for Justice Smith, who may indeed be the real deal. Pretty good poise for the freshman.
Great. We've talked about him all night, but he's done a great job for a freshman of keeping his composure.
Turnaround jumper, 15-footer, swish. Nice shot by Mazzario, who started the contest. 2 buckets in the game 4 for the contest. Nice ball movement, Lions. 3-pointer just off the front iron. And nice effort on the offensive glass by Franklin, but he lost it out of bounds.
Red Creek's got to do a better job moving their feet on defense. Lions is penetrating, kicking to the wing. That wing's driving hard. They're getting right to the basket. Lions a little 1-3 box and 1 here, it looks like.
And that shot somehow went in by Zach Ferguson, that runner in the lane. He and Armando look like they could be twins, don't they? Yeah. And again, the bomb.
Van Buskirk really struggling from the 3-point line because they're just leaving him wide open. They're doubling Justice Smith, and Van Buskirk just can't buy one.
Smith with the, some shoving going on underneath with the long rebound as Lyons works it around. And it's going to be an over and back. One of the few mistakes we've seen tonight. A little frustrated with himself. Lead just 6 points.
And I did find out what that earlier technical was from. Lyons is displaying new uniforms tonight, and one of the kids had changed his uniform number, and they had it wrong in the book.
And that's a 2-shot technical.
I like these new Lions uniforms.
Speaking of Clark Kent, our investigative reporter, Matt Verkey, has the land off the glass by Maurizio.
6 straight for Red Creek. Cut it to 4 here with 5:43 to go.
I hesitate to say things heating up in here as it's already about 90 degrees. Missed shot by Lyons. Smith with it. Fires up a runner, no. Forced that one a little bit. And here comes the Rams. Defending league champions, and Klein makes it a 2-point game. Lyons wants, needs, and calls the timeout. They had led by 10, and it's down to 2. More high school basketball action after this. Word from Finger Lakes Construction, the #1 post frame builder in New York State, providing complete building packages for a wide range of construction, including personal garages, commercial office complexes, municipal agricultural, pole barns, and more. Visit Finger Lakes Construction at fingerlakesconstruction.com. And Thompson Health Urgent Care Center in Farmington provides acute illness and injury care in a welcoming environment with doctors, nurse practitioners, and physician assistants whose goal is to get you treated promptly and courteously so you can get back to enjoying your life. Learn more at thompsonhealth.com. We'd like to thank Thompson and all of our fine sponsors on Finger Lakes 1 as we see that replay. Nice feed. Pass was from Armando Dones.
This is Klein's where he goes coast to coast here. Takes advantage of. So Red Creek's going to match up man-to-man. Let's see what Lyons runs against it.
I've got Klein with 16 in the game unofficially so far.
Been kind of quiet this half, but still keeps his head in the game, doing a nice job.
Nice inside position, but too hard off the glass. Good opportunity by the Books.
I think Coach Young got exactly what he wanted on that. He just didn't make the layup.
Sent that play in after the timeout. And Klein couldn't get it to go, but Meyer is there for the follow-up. So he's warming up a little bit.
Yeah, that's it's what I kind of expect on him. Good athlete. He needs to be on the boards a little bit more. Nice job there. And Lions with a little lapse in defense there because Klein got a wide open 3.
Open from the left-hander. Shot won't go, and Red Creek's rebound. We are tied at 39.
10-0 run here by Red Creek, and they have the ball.
It seemed like Lyons was in full control. Which way will the breaks go in the final 4 minutes and 20 seconds of this one? That shot only drew glass.
Yeah, Martin Dones kind of rushed it there a little bit. It was nice inside out. He had a decent look at it, just came off his hand wrong.
Again, patience as we talked about a little bit. Smith nearly lost it. Gets it over to Tarver, inside feed, no. Mel is there with a putback. Gets in the scoring column. If at first you don't succeed, Matt.
Try again.
And Lions back in front by a pair, 41-39. Good one heating up here. Cross court and stolen pass. Here comes Lyons, hacked in the act. And going to the line will be Adam Van Buskirk. He's 0 for 2 at the line so far, and he'll try to change that momentarily. And
Coach Young was looking for an intentional here. It did look like there's Mel's follow-up. But, I think Klein did make some of the play on the ball.
I agree. But he struggles at the line, as do a lot of players. .336 in regulation from Lyons. And 2 free throws missed by Van Buskirk. And Klein draws a foul the other way.
They got to pick him up a little bit earlier. They can't let him get ahead of steam going to the basket. They're going to have to find him around half court and slow him down, because if you let him get to the three-point line with really no resistance, he's going to go right to the hole.
Klein is 1 out of 2 from the line. Those shots taken in the first half. Big game for the junior point guard, and he converts on the first one, making it a 1-point game. Excuse me.
Lions coming back in with Devon Franklin. He's played great all game. I got him down for 10 points. So let's see if he can spark Lions here. They've been in a little bit of a lull over the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Klein knots it up from the free throw line at 41. 3:25 remaining. Look at the intensity in Klein's face, eyeballing Smith.
Klein's done a nice job of controlling Smith this half, too.
And he just has a steal. A chance for Red Creek, which trailed 39-29, to take the lead back again. Ferguson and Drones, that's going to be an over and back violation.
Red Creek keeping the ball on the right-hand side there. They got to get some ball reversal, make that zone work a little bit. They just made 4 passes back and forth on the right-hand side.
And you finally get a couple of buckets as we have a timeout by Meyer, and I don't see any efforts to really get the ball into the big guy.
It doesn't seem to be in their game plan. He just must kind of be a guy who gets, he shot a couple threes and he got a couple putbacks.
I would think
not real aggressive.
Even to loosen up the outside shot at the high post or low post, get the big guy some touches.
Yeah. I mean, I like that, he's obviously can score coming off a 29-point game. But tonight he's only taken a handful of shots and hasn't been really, really that aggressive.
Well, I'd like to thank, first of all, everybody viewing and listening to tonight's contest, but the fabulous, not Baker brothers, Hunt brothers, Jason and Jeremy, and, of course, Finger Lakes 1 owner and operator Jim Sinacropi doing a great job. And everybody here at Lions, Steve Veter, the athletic director, former successful coach, and a very good basketball player in his day, Matt.
That's what I hear. I think he won a sectional title at South Seneca and won
Romulus.
As a coach at South Seneca.
Yes, 2.
2 at South Seneca?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I think he won one here at Lions, and he won one at Romulus as a player?
We would have actually allowed someone of Steve's high character to attend South Seneca. And standards can be pretty high in that regard, but he's a great guy and nice family.
No doubt about that. He's a class act, does a great job here. He took over athletic director from my dad and done a great job.
And Smith is tackled and goes down. Kind of a smile on his face. Maybe it was a grimace. We are tied at 41, 2 ticks, under 3 minutes to play in regulation. And Smith at the line for a 1-and-1. The next Red Creek foul will be an automatic 2-shot foul.
1-on-1 here for the freshman Justin Smith. 2:58 to go, 41 all.
He is 3 out of 3 at the line and 15 points overall unofficially. Pretty close, and I jinxed him. Kind of an odd spin on that release that time.
Yeah, he has a kind of a weird release that kind of spins funny, but he typically has been knocking him down for either from the field or from the free throw line tonight. But that's a big miss there with just under 3 minutes to go.
Armando Dones, a couple of trays, and he wears number 3, but he throws it away right there. Almel gets it to Smith. Smith will slow it up as Red Creek is back.
Yeah, Red Creek's got to get the ball in Klein's hands. Doan's a good three-point shooter, but they got to have that ball in Klein's hands.
Meyer had it, lost it. Almel had it, lost it. Here's Red Creek. Lions gets back. Both teams good after the turnover, getting back defensively, I will say that.
Red Creek their passes haven't been real crisp lately.
And Meyer takes it strong to the hole on the baseline, draws the personal, will shoot a pair.
That's kind of what we expect out of Meyer. And the first time we really saw him put his head down and drive the ball hard to the basket tonight.
Well, he's got 6 second-half points, just 2 in the first half, and really didn't score for the first 4 or 5 minutes of the third quarter. So he's come to life late, and they can use him, and he swishes the first free throw. He can actually hit double figures if he connects here, despite the slow start, but still well under his early season scoring average. And he does hit it, and a 2-point lead for Red Creek.
Red Creek going with a little 3-2 zone here, it looks like. Changing it up a little bit, give Lions a different look.
Zach Jones and Klein, the two guys out front in that zone. Lions misses another three.
Gone cold from three-point line. Missed the last 5 or 6 from there.
Again, maybe one extra pass or two.
I still don't like to see Klein give that ball up because now he's going to have a tough time getting it back, I think.
And near steal. Mauricio really wants no part of handling the ball out deep.
No, that's why I think Klein's got to go get that and maybe set him up with a pick and roll or something just to give him a little bit of space because the other guards and the big guys on Red Creek right now are really struggling against Lions pressure.
Is it just me? I mean, we got the two guards from Red Creek that look like they could be brothers. They're not. We've got Ferguson and Armando Dones who look very much alike. We got a timeout on the court as well. 43-41, Red Creek in front, 1:41 remaining. And we'd like to tell you that Dr. Littlejohn and his outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal to ensure the overall wellness of each of our patients through their orthodontic care. They utilize the latest technological advances, including Invisalign and Excelodent. Check out their website at littlejohnortho.com and stay tuned after tonight's game for the Dr. Littlejohn Smiles with Style postgame show. A lot of concerned looks by the fans here in Lyons at the Atwood Gymnasium. You tell me your family's doing well and you were at coaching practice of your own.
Yeah, I came from 3rd and 4th grade girls basketball practice. I got my 2nd grader playing up there with them too, and a
lot of intensity at those.
Jim's daughter plays on our team, so oh yeah, we went hard for an hour. Big foul shot there.
Zach Ferguson, the 5'9" senior guard, makes the first, and
tide has really changed. I think they're on it's got to be a 13-2 run, I believe.
I think you're right, and the other thing is I look at one difference in this game as it stands now, and I may have jinxed Ferguson, but the putback by Meyer, and he is fouled. I was about to say the foul shooting has been much better on the Red Creek side of things.
Yeah, and then they just got a miss, and then there's Meyer, who's really come alive here in the last couple minutes with a nice rebound, aggressive going back up, and drew the foul from Almau.
So the second game of the young season for Lions, they lost a tough one at the Chiropractic College to Mid-Lakes. Meyer with fine form at the foul line for the 6'3" senior.
I think it's underlooked a little bit with everything Klein's done offensively. I think he's done a real nice job on Justice Smith here in the second half, really keeping him in front of him, and has limited his scoring here in the second half.
12 in a game, 5 out of 6 from the line for Meyer. Lions, time starting to be a factor. The 3-ball forced, and is an air ball, and Meyer with a rebound. The next foul on either team puts the other in the bonus, and there it is. Not the foul, and the last guy that Zach Young wanted to get fouled, along maybe with Meyer, Klein will go to the line shooting 2. Just 1:24 remaining.
Yeah, there's a lot of other guys, Coach Young, he wanted them to apply some pressure, and I think the Lions player thought he meant to foul him, and he went up and hacked him right away. But with the way he's played tonight, I would mark these two down in the book.
Well,
nope, jinxed him again. In and out, around the hoop and out.
Everything critical at this point.
The big thing for me in this half also, I think, Lions three-point shooting. They've probably missed 12 to 13 three-pointers this half.
Well, you have to have your team kind of with floor balance and your team with good tempo before you just bomb them up there. It's still a 2-possession game. Smith tried to draw a foul, missed the lay-in. And a 6-point deficit for Lions as Klein breaks the pressure, double teamed, and a timeout by Red Creek. Good timeout by Coach Jamie Grimshaw.
It was. Klein was in a little bit of trouble there, and Coach called the timeout from the bench, which you can no longer do in college basketball, but still able to do it in high school basketball, and he got the timeout.
So he's going to tell his kids to move the ball and keep it in the hands of the better ball handlers and foul shooters. What's Zach Young telling his team trailing by 6 with just over a minute to play?
I think as soon as Klein gives it up, you foul. Anybody but Klein at this point. Double team Klein, make him give up, commit the foul, extend this game out. I don't think they can let him run 26 seconds off the shot clock here and bring it down to almost 30 seconds to go in the game. Lions, I would go for a trap, go for a steal, make Klein give it up, and then start fouling anybody but him.
The JV game, I think I failed to mention, was also a very tight affair for until the waning moments, where Lions pulled that out by 7, 45-38. Here, they look like they were in full control.
This
late in the third
I think
quarter.
It was 39-29
Yes.
at one point.
Mm-hmm.
So, they're on a 18-2 run right now, if my math's correct.
You went to the academy after all. Nice game. Nice early season game
Yeah, it's
here.
been
And Meyer misses the lay-in. That would have maybe cinched it. Here comes Lions dishing it out. And still can't get the shot off, and it won't go. Maurizio, I think that's, Anthony nearly with steps.
Yeah, and obviously Meyer's got to finish that layup there. You run a play, wide open, great play out of the timeout by Coach Jamie Grimshaw. He's just got to finish that. Then coming down here, Lions, still a minute to go, down 6. You don't need to force it. I think they could have taken their time a little bit more on that possession and got a little bit of a better look.
But that's really been the key, I think.
And they don't need a 3 right away necessarily.
And even now, with the timeouts left, you take the 3 if it's there, but if it's an open 2, you take that.
Yeah, I look for Justice Smith to come down, try to penetrate. If he draws a couple guys, kick it out for a 3. If not, try to get the 2.
1 out of 2 for Maurizio. Here comes Smith and Lyons. He's going to take it the distance, I think. He has his glasses slapped off his face, and that'll send him to the line for 2. A little bit agitated.
Probably not what, he drove the ball strong, but no need to foul there. I'd make him take that. A couple guys around him. It's going to be a tough shot.
I'm not sure.
You got a Red Creek timeout.
Okay. With just 44.3 seconds left, a 7-point Lions deficit with Smith, their outstanding freshman point guard, at the line for 2. And a week from tonight, it will be Newark hosting Penn Yan, and then Geneva hosting Minders.
That's a girls-boys varsity doubleheader.
That should be a good affair.
Yeah, and I got to watch Geneva play against a very tough North Rolls Wolcott team at the chiropractic college, and Geneva had a hard time scoring. It was a low-scoring game, and North Rolls is a very veteran, seasoned team, and they were able to get a double-digit win in that game. But Geneva will give Minders problems just with their athleticism.
I see the Patriots hoodie being demonstrated there, hopefully emblematic of more losses to come on the heels of their Monday night loss at Denver.
Yeah, that would be nice. Unfortunately, the Bills aren't going to catch them this year once again for the division lead. But
yeah, they're.
I do need Gronkowski to play though for my fantasy team, Dave.
I guess he's okay.
We'll see.
Injury-wise, if you're not sure what we're talking about, folks. Right now, Lions in some trouble.
Yeah, he's got to make these 2. Lions, make these 2, cut it to 5, go for a quick trap. If you don't get the steal right away, you got to commit a quick foul and extend the game out.
He nails the first one, cleanly swishing through the nylon. He'll have another. Then you press. If you don't get the steal, you foul.
Yep.
Misses the second, but you do that.
Not the worst thing in the world.
Driving it, losing it. Still Lions ball. lots of maneuvering going on by both coaches. So foul shooting definitely one of the factors in the margin right now on the scoreboard. 40 seconds remaining.
Red Creek staying in the zone.
Oh, poor pass forced, and then Smith with a reach and foul. And they do call him for the intentional. What do you think of that intentional call there, Matt?
I don't like it at all.
Even though everybody here knows it was. Certainly
well,
wasn't
he reached
flagrant.
in to foul him. No, he didn't even foul him that hard. It, I just don't like that. That's, you're trying to give yourself up and commit the foul, and, obviously no harm was done. It kind of, the integrity of the intentional foul is more to limit, guys hammering people, and he definitely didn't hammer him on that play.
Armando, 1 out of 2 at the line, and Red Creek gets the ball, leading by 7. And barring a miraculous comeback here, will start their season 3-0.
Yeah, Red Creek's got to be pretty happy about this after, Lions handled them twice last year, even though Red Creek was able to win the league. Lions did beat them twice.
So we mentioned this at the onset, you have Red Creek who won the league last year, despite losing several players, including the All-Rochester, I think, player.
Jake Slobe, yep.
Jake Slobe, and Lions went all the way to the state semifinals. Clyde did better than expected with their young team. And Northwell's Wolcott, who you expect to be the team to beat in this league, who had a fine year last year as well.
Yep, they made it to the semifinals and sectionals and finished 1 game behind Red Creek for the league title. But, I think they're the best team in Wayne County this year, just based on they returned 4 starters from a pretty good team.
Now here's not a good play by Red Creek, as the foul shot was missed. The last thing Red Creek needs to do is foul someone, stopping the clock, giving Lions a wee bit of hope.
Call timeout. They don't want us to get out of here, apparently, Dave.
Yeah, the last couple of minutes tend to take a little longer sometimes than the first opening quarters. 50-42, 30 seconds. Well, we got a chance. I want to thank Bob Ullman again, not just for the interview, but for all he does for his local communities. But my Generation Bank, Finger Lakes Community College, Dobbins Drugs, Finger Lakes Partners Insurance, Penny's Place Family Restaurant, Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball, Jimmer's Auto, Red's Place, Farrar Lumber, Finger Lakes Construction, Thompson Health Urgent Care, and Dr. Littlejohn and his outstanding orthodontic team, all excellent sponsors here on Finger Lakes One.
There's the upcoming games that we've already talked about. Next Tuesday, Penny and Newark, followed by a doubleheader in Geneva with the Minders and Geneva varsity girls and boys, and then Palmac at Newark, December 15th.
Kehoe gets in the scoring column with 2 free throws, and now we'll see defensive substitutions. 6 points, 2-possession game, 30 seconds left. Stranger things have happened. And a reach-in foul will send Ferguson back to the line. He's 3 out of 6 from the charity stripe for the night.
So, good foul by Lions. Sending somebody in line who's only made 50% tonight. I was surprised. For some reason, Nick Klein's on the bench. I'm not sure if he fouled out.
He might have fouled out.
Oh, well, that's a big loss. They could make this a little interesting here at the end. Big shot by Ferguson. Get it back up to 7.
Otherwise, he'd have been in there. They'd have been inbounding to him, right?
Yeah, I would imagine so. But Red Creek did a nice job there, getting the ball in bounds.
And he goes 2 out of 2. Lead back to 8. Smith stop and pop. Yes, count the basket. And a foul. And shake Jamie. I can laugh about it.
Yeah.
Jamie Grimshaw's thinking what we're about to say.
Well, I think,
why foul?
Yeah, and that's where you see the loss of Klein there, where they have a sophomore guard, Justice Smith now, who's just not as physically quick as Klein is, and Justice Smith went right to the hole and got an and 1 on him.
He makes the free throw. I've got Justice for 19 points and Justice for all. And a quick foul the other way.
There's a replay, Justice Smith, where he blows right by the defender here. And, yeah, that's a foul.
Get out of his way, keep the clock running,
That's right. Just let him go by, get it, let him score. And you got to, I put 2 guys out on him, slow him down a little bit.
This free throw, keeping by Zach Jones. He started. I don't have him for scoring yet in tonight's contest. He's got one more try here. Nice shot of the 2 coaches. And he misses another. And here comes Lions, down 5. Now they're going to have to really hurry. Smith taking it to the hole, laying it up and in. And a Lions timeout. And a 1-possession game. 12 seconds remaining. 52-49.
And that's a really nice decision by Smith there. A lot of guys might have rushed a 3, but all they needed was a 2-point basket. He, under control, went in, laid it in for a nice 2-pointer.
And a somewhat remarkable decision for a freshman.
No doubt.
I mean, at any, the oldest kids out here are going to be like 18, the seniors. And we've seen players at higher levels of play, college, etc., force it up.
Sure. Both these teams, they got outstanding point guards. They're very well coached. They play hard. And there's not a lot of other stuff going on during the game. You can tell they're under control. They know what they want to do, and they did a pretty good job of executing tonight.
So the foul shooting, which we've keyed on here, talking about it at length, well, no doubt.
Yeah, Red Creek's gone 1 for 2 here a couple times and 0 for 2 at one point. And, Lions kept making twos and chipping away and got it down to a 3-point game with 12 seconds to go with Klein out of the game.
We got 101 points that have been scored tonight, and 40 of them came from the respective point guards. And quickly fouled is Anthony Mazzurio. He's 1 out of 2 at the line, 7 points in the game, with 11 seconds left. I am curious how many timeouts, particularly Lions, the trailing team, has, if any, left. So big free throws here. Make them, pretty much cinches things.
Yep.
And that's a big free throw for Maurizio. Huge.
That's a big shot there. Kind of relieves a little bit of the pressure. 4-point lead now. Lions is going to have to pull off a miracle at this point.
Kind of leans to the left side and neatly makes the second. Here comes Smith. Under 10 seconds. Tricky dribbles left. Stop and fires. Doesn't get it. Tapped up. No. Rebound. Yes! And the Lions timeout with 1.9 seconds left. And I think
that was Franklin again on the rebound.
I think that I was going to say Franklin. Give him 14 points. Second leading scorer off the bench for Zach Young's Lyons Lions. So now a near impossible situation.
Yeah, Red Creek's just got to make sure they get the ball in bounds. Obviously, I've seen weirder things happen, but they just need to make sure they get it in, catch it, and secure it. Game's pretty much over.
Now there were, as you know, a couple of inbound plays that the defense could try to set up to draw the charge.
Yep.
And that would be a situation if they're doing it. A lot of times you would give the heads up to the official.
Sure.
But still, they need 3. So you need you need a lot.
Kick it out, and it's going to be tough.
Yep. Or an immediate foul.
If anything, if you're Red Creek, you want to inbound it inside the lines, either throw it deep or make sure you just don't throw it away to them in the corner so they can turn around and knock down a 3. Almost throwing it deep to Willie Meyer here might be a decent idea.
Yeah, get a pick, send them deep, and that's what
goes.
they're doing. And they're looking. It's inbounds, not touched yet. It's touched now and out of bounds to Lions. And I can't believe some timed in a clip from the clock.
They're gonna check
a half
that.
second or so. This is high drama.
That was just not a good pass. I don't know what that was. He should have threw it deeper, way deeper, because the Lions kid almost could have picked that up and made a shot.
So Lions alive. The possibility of overtime exists. Still a long shot at that, and a long shot needed.
Willie Meyer missed the, he was lucky not to foul.
I thought the ball was touched.
It was. Oh, yeah, Meyer tipped it out of bounds.
But there's been no time has eclipsed off the clock, and I don't see the officials discussing it. I see the timekeepers officiating it, and yet apparently, they just took 0.4 of a second off. Okay, 1.5 seconds left. Chance for a pass in and a heave maybe. And there it is. At the buzzer, just too high and too hard, and Red Creek escapes this humid, hot Atwood Gymnasium, 54-51.
And you got a really nice look at that, actually, Dave. I don't know where Red Creek was, but he was wide open. It was about a 25-footer from straight on, and he, obviously he's not probably the guy they want taking the shot, but he did have a decent look.
He had the two closest defenders on Smith. Of course, they didn't want to foul either because that's a 3-point.
Sure.
3 shots with a foul from outside the arc. But an exciting, drawn-out last few minutes and a victory for Red Creek, 54-51. We'll be back with our post-game show. The Dr. Littlejohn special post-game show.
Smiles with Styles.
Smiles with Styles right after this.
Tonight's live broadcast of Section 5 High School Basketball is brought to you by Generations Bank. Federal loans not enough to cover your college education? Learn about the private student loans available through Generations Bank at mygenbank.com. By Finger Lakes Community College. Thinking about life after high school? Get your degree at Finger Lakes Community College. Dr. Rod Littlejohn Orthodontics. Celebrating over 30 years of smiles with style and proud to support our area high school athletes. UR Medicine and Thompson Health. Medicine of the highest order. Dobbins Pharmacy, serving their customers in downtown Lyons for over 50 years and 3 generations. By Finger Lakes Partners Insurance, with offices in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo. Trust someone who lives in your community. Ferrara Lumber and Building Supplies. Plan your next kitchen or bathroom remodeling project at ferraralumber.com. By the Newark Pilots and Geneva Red Wings of the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League. Penny's Place Family Restaurant. Large portions and home-cooked meals in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. By JIMMER'S Auto and Stevers Garage. Late model cars, trucks, and minivans on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. By Finger Lakes Construction, building structures for a wide range of applications with state-of-the-art design and flawless execution since 1969. Fred's Place, great lunches served daily in downtown Seneca Falls, and $1 tacos every Monday night. And FingerLakes1.com digital marketing. Building, maintaining, and hosting great websites for local businesses since 1999.
Yeah.
Well, we are wrapping up a thriller from Lyons, 54-51, and I'm pleased to have really our player of the game, from the Red Creek Rams, junior Nick Klein. And congratulations, Nick.
Thank you very much.
You guys are 3-0.
Yeah.
And talk about your battle a little bit with the impressive freshman Justice Smith.
He's a really good player. In the first quarter, I think he hit a three, hit a big three, and then he had a few drives and layups. He's a really good player, but we just try to keep him in front of us.
And tell us how Coach Grimshaw has molded you guys to do so well here in the early season, despite the heavy losses of players like your brother Griffin and, of course, Jake Slobe.
He just stresses defense. The first 2 weeks, all we worked on was defense, and we haven't really gotten into much shooting yet. But we just if we can keep the team, like my coach says, under the speed limit, we can normally win the game.
So a lot of good teams in the Wayne County League, but it looks like you guys want to defend as hard as you can that title you earned last year.
Yeah, we're trying to defend. North Rose is looking pretty good, but I think we can give them a run.
So who's your next battle?
Tyler Norris.
You weren't sure?
What?
You weren't sure who your next game was?
Oh, yeah. Oh, Wolcott.
Wolcott. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's the player. I got you.
Yeah, Thursday.
I got you. But you're focused on – this is a big win. You guys looked dead in the water at 39-29.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to turn things around?
Coach got into us, told us, are we really going to give up that lead that we had?
Tough to get the ball to Willie tonight for most of the game, and you seem to take over offensively.
Yeah, I just try to do my best. If they have a good big man, try to work outside, and if they have good guards, we try to work the ball inside.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations.
Thank
Outstanding effort.
Thank you.
And best wishes to you and the rest of the Red Creek Rams. And Nick Klein, our junior, 19 points unofficially here tonight. And we'll wrap things up. He was the leading scorer. Willie Meyer chipped in with 12. Only 5 players scored. Anthony Maurizio with 9. Armando Dones with 7. And Zach Ferguson with 7. Looked like several of you guys could be brothers. It's hard telling you apart at times.
Yeah.
But on the other side of the ledger, Justice Smith with 21. Devon Franklin, big game, 14 off the bench. The 2 leading scorers for the Lyons Lions. 2 points apiece for Nick Kehoe and Jordan Almel. 3 for Andy Gaylord. 5 for Tyler Bastian. And 3 points for Dion Tarver. So a 54-51 hard-fought victory by the Red Creek Rams, visiting the always tough to play and get a victory from Lyons Lions here tonight. We want to thank all our viewers, all the fans, Steve Veter, and of course, Jim Sinacropi, Matt Verkey, my broadcast partner, and the fabulous Hunt brothers. Speaking for the entire sports crew at Finger Lakes 1, this is Dave Barnick saying the final score from Lions, 54-51, and may the force be with you. Thanks.
Thank you.